they choose this city?
Because Fluffy,
Don't say the
remember,
beach. Don't say because of cheap prices. So,
no, because maybe they found a foreigner or like they've been here in the 90s. They were assigned here. They what they remember before is like how they remember it before.
and they don't move. Why?
Because they're not really
Look at that.
adventurous. It's the pandesal same as the one we got
The city is kind of the most confusing that I've been to. It's like a deader, worse version of the other beach city that we went to. Mark, what's up, buddy? Yeah, it was actually sunny today. We just landed in this city. I can't figure out what this city is like, but there is a little bit more livelier stuff here. But this city, I feel, is kind of like a ghost city or a dying city. I've been trying to find out about it. I don't know how good the quality of this internet is because the whole time I've been here, my internet's been giving me problems. But this is a very, very weird city in the aspect that it's a beach city, I guess, but the beach is just littered with garbage. It's not really anybody out here. It doesn't fit a foreigner's standards. But then the prices of stuff, and they have like a gourmet cheese place and other stuff, but it's very weird. It's a very weird city. Deborah, what's up? Well, you can't say I didn't tell you guys. I told you guys the Philippines. This is what's crazy is that I talked about this for 2 years. The Philippines is less quality, less everything except for price. Less quality, less internet, more crime, more poverty. That's all the price. I've always stressed that fact. We're gonna try to find some of the local spots. This is like the main street. It doesn't matter. That's a good philosophy for the Philippines. Fluffy, should we go in the back somewhere, or is there anything?
I don't think there's something in the
I'd like to go like hang out inside somewhere, get a big brew or something. I went for 2 reasons. I went because my visa was due, so I had to do a visa run. I could have either done the bus visa run, and the other reason is because Fluffy is coming back to the Philippines. She's going to be here for two. She's going to be here for 2 months, and she gets free hotels from her job. So I say, you know what? I'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I will do my visa run at the same time. I'll check out a few cities and I'll do travel. Half of you guys dog me and say, you should change your name. You're not Will Travels. You only go to Da Nang. I said, okay, you know what? I'll travel. I got to do my visa run. I'll go do some traveling in the Philippines. So I kind of did it to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I didn't go to Bangkok. I went to the Philippines. Rob, what's up, Rob? Bangkok doesn't help me out because the visa is terrible there and it's much more than Da Nang. So in Bangkok, I'd be even spending more money technically because I'd be paying for hotels and I would be paying for my Da Nang apartment, so it'd be killing me. Sangama, Thailand is money hungry. I'd rather stay in Da Nang than Bangkok for many reasons. Not just the money, but also the visa. I don't think we've seen one expat.
I've seen.
Was he buying imported dog food? To go back to Bangkok? No, I'm not going to do... The only visa runs now that I'm going to do is if I do a flight to Cambodia. No, a bus run to Cambodia or a flight to Kuala Lumpur because I've never been there. Look at this dog. Look at him. That's so cool. That's how I'm gonna have Fluffy. She's gonna hold me on her stomach like that. Peru is the new Thailand. I don't know. I'm just a little not sketchy, but I'm still not sold on South and Central America. I feel like it's gonna be harder with the language. I feel like it's gonna. There's 7-Eleven. I feel like it's gonna be harder to travel. I feel it's gonna be like the Philippines. You got to ride a lot of buses. Where at least in Vietnam you can take flights and you can even take the train. Let's not get hit. Go Fluffy, go Fluffy. Try to go without getting hit. Central America is expensive. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is a snack bar. 35 pesos. Wow, that's not bad. Look at a burger is 28. What kind of drinks? Oh, they got some teas.
They close at 10. Yeah, they have tea.
Cheesecake series. Dark velvet. Choco caramel. I wonder if that's good. I'm looking at either cookies and cream.
They have cheesecakes. 89.
I know, I see that, but for $2, that's $1.50. What size are these? This?
Yeah. Anong size? Isa lang yung size.
One size lang lahat.
Wow, 1 liter. They have a 1 liter for 30. What's the regular size?
This one.
That's regular. And then how big is the other one?
Liter.
Wow. Are you gonna get something, Fluffy?
I'm thinking.
Is this good? Cookies and cream? That's good? What's the most popular?
Yung ano, yung Okinawa mo. Kasi yun yung
The classic one, Okinawa. Milk tea.
Well, they got a cheesecake. I'm debating either one of these. Which one's better, cheesecake or cookies and cream?
I feel like cheesecake.
We are in a city called Subic. Are you gonna get something?
Do you want to get something?
I'm gonna get either with this or this. Cookies and cream.
Cheesecake.
I get cheesecake. Oh, they have free. Oh, they even have fruit sodas, fruit teas too.
Fruit tea. Ano?
Jafar, come on, man. You're not in 4th grade. And you even tried to get me to say it. That's even worse when you try to fill in your own jokes. So, it's crazy. We are in the Philippines. We just got into a new city today. Subic. I think we'll only be here for 1 day. Sam's Pizza, sleep and stay.
Well, it's 123.
How much?
123.
I think I have 3. This coffee for 523.
Mario na lang naman, pwede ba? 123.
How much?
She doesn't have change.
I don't have small bills.
No, this one. 120.
Ah. Now I'm left with the 500. Wow, 68 people. We're the only people in the... What'd you get, Fluffy?
Soda.
Which one?
Tea.
Fruit tea. Fluffy got a fruit tea soda.
No soda.
So when are you going back to where you were before you had to read? What do you mean? When am I going back to Danong?
Paglagpas ako ng baro.
My apartment's back in Danong. I just bought my ticket, so I'm all set to go back. I just bought my ticket about 30 minutes ago, my flight. I'm going back. What?
At the end of this street, where we went at, like you can ride a jeep and then there's ilang minutes yun.
Saglit lang naman.
Pwedeng lakarin kung doon pa sa dulo. Sa Icon kasi kami. And when we go up that hill, there's like another town.
Wow.
Like you can see something else.
Wow, you can
Maybe
see
we
something else. No, she's gonna stay here for another 2 months. I'll be back in Vietnam October 2nd, and then she'll probably come back
Parang wala kasi
end of
masyadong
November,
makita
early
dito eh.
December.
Ah, talaga.
Huge variety. And this is the street. Let me try to show you guys the street.
We should have went straight
Straight
ahead.
ahead.
Eh kasi paakyat eh, parang may hill, may paakyat. Dun sa dulo.
Fluffy's gonna stay here, not in this city, but in the Philippines, and I'm gonna be back in Danong for about 2 months. This is the Philippines. Ooh, Fluffy, they're even mixing. Look at, they even got the frother, the mixer. Yeah, that's actually why we're traveling to these cities. She's doing work for her job, checking out some of these hotels that we're staying at. What the hell? I got 65 viewers, only 7 likes. Double tap that screen. Come on, let's double tap that screen. Double tap the screen. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Let's double tap that screen. Yeah, this is Philadelphia. Pittsburgh. This is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Magkano minimum na pamasahe?
Oh, look at that. Strawberry syrup. I think that's my drink. Oh, that looks nice. I already think it looks nice. The tapping the screen, no. I think if you're on a laptop, I think there's like some kind of button. I understand if you guys are on a laptop, it's a little more trickier. Ooh, Fluffy, they're putting Sprite in yours. That's where they get the carbonation. I've never seen that move before. And then they'll put the syrup.
That's cheap.
It's cheating. They need SodaStream. Mine is a cheesecake milk tea, and Fluffy's is what kind of strawberry soda. Fluffy got a strawberry soda, and I got a cheesecake milk tea. There we go. Ah, look at that. Yeah, this city is very different and strange to me. This might be on the top of the list of the strangest cities. I kind of feel like it has a vibe of the first city that we were in. Oh, look at that. There we go. Look at it. There's my cheesecake milk tea. And then look at Fluffy's. Wow. Wow. Am I Jewish? No, I am not Jewish. I am
Why do they
American.
always ask that?
I don't know. Wow, Fluffy, yours is mixing.
You have to open the...
Why do you have to open that?
That's where you put your straw.
Hanoi vibes. This is the Philippines. Let me try it. Here we go. Here we go. Fluffy's all about the beverages. Because they don't have common sense. Here we go. And you can get the large, which is a 1 liter, for 30 pesos more. This is like Sprite with strawberry, I think. You can't sip it. Why can't I sip it? That tastes like a Shirley Temple. This is probably 16. I bet this is 16 ounces. Vacation, I don't know if you'd really consider it vacation. Fluffy's technically working. I'm technically on a visa run. But we're squeezing different things into it. Yeah, she went to get a root beer. Martha's a mixed wine? What is Barrio Barreto?
That's where we are.
That's where we are. It wasn't the root beer. It's that Fluffy always disappears at the bad times.
What?
Yesterday. Lisa, yeah, we're at the bar. Look. Hey, Mick, pass me down a drink. Cheers. What time do they close? We're in a new city today. New city, new city. What's a root beer? You don't know what a root beer is? Root beer is a soda. It's a very good soda. I guess I heard it's not really that popular outside of USA. I thought everybody knew what a root beer was. You guys watch this. There's a place called Delicious. Not Delicious, it's called Delicious. The hotel is nice, it's a little small, but the beach is a pass. It's a beach city, but the beach is a pass. But the hotel, it's small, but it's nice.
The tour continues.
The tour continues.
It's not a tour because there's nothing.
This is how you pass the shot back in the old Western days. Hey Mick, line me up a shot.
Biggie.
The beachfront is nothing to brag about.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that they built that hotel on the beach.
If you would see a lot of beach city, it's on the beach. It's a bay, it's not a beach.
But it's kind of like they built it right there, and it's like, I'm sure people say, oh, it's outside of our room.
That's why the ones in the Nang is a good structure because it's not in front of the beach. It's on the other side of the beach. Expensive, and Fluffy got her umbrella stolen. We got rained on for a bunch. At least 7 times things were out of stock. So everything I knew coming to the Philippines from before was reinforced. and maybe at a higher scale. We're broke and gross. Okay, well, slide up on the screen and go to a different room. I'm even being nice to you and letting you go to another room, or I'll kick you out. So your
Thank
choice.
you. There's nothing wrong with being broke. It's just that what's wrong with being broke if you don't do anything about being broke. That's what's wrong about it.
The beach it's kind of crazy here.
It's dirty. It's filthy.
I've done a lot of research on why it exists like this. It's so different from the logic here to the logic in the Philippines. Logic here and the logic in Vietnam. A fan of the job. I like their chicken and I like the mango pies, but besides that, I don't really eat anything else there. It was sunny when we first got here. Now it's a little cloudy, but it's not raining.
Vicky is saying something, but you ran out of blood. I don't know wearing my glasses.
Burger with a pineapple slice. No, I'm very, very, very picky on spaghetti.
Told you that's a crowd here.
I don't understand who lives here because the beach is not nice, so it's not drawing tourists. We don't see expats really. We only see locals, but then we find places that are like imported cheap. We just seen a store that said imported dog food, and it's like they're catering to the wrong audience. I don't know who lives here. Numbers, as far as views, maybe, but as money and anything else, no. But views, well, to be fair, I get those same numbers. I get those numbers in Da Nang. Maybe they're more consistent during this trip, but I get the same amount of views. If you go look, actually, we'll do an update. Last night on Walking Street, when we did it in the other view, remember the view that I told you guys that sucks? We had 280 views. Now, when I do a view on this way, we get about 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Let me show you guys how little the views. That's why I just can't do those views there. There's actually a lot of expats in the area that you're in. Rent here is fairly cheap, but there's nothing here. There's nothing here. What's crazy is that we just left Angeles, and Angeles has much more businesses. I like the layout of this city better, but the stuff that they offer here is way, way different. So let me try to come in here. Is my last night we did Walking Street at night. I had 380 views. 380 views. Now look, I do just a regular video and I get like 2,000, I get 6,000. We literally went down Walking Street at night. But here's the only difference, guys. Here's the only difference. I shot all my videos in this mode to get a lot of views, and when I shoot the videos in the better mode like this, I get terrible, terrible, terrible views. Our building has another fire. What the hell? I hope it's not our place. I hope it's not our apartment. All my stuff will be gone. Hopefully it's low floor.
A fire? What fire?
It's much more established. Down the road in the main Freeport area is much more established. This is the nightlife area, not the main city. I don't, man, I keep telling you, J-Rock, you have to come out and you have to go out and do stuff. I'm not sure if you're expecting me to find you something. Like I said, I'm not Chuck Woolery. You have to go out. Like, how do you meet women in whatever city you're in? No, I just booked my ticket today, though. So my ticket is now, I'll be back in Danong exactly a week from today. Exactly a week on Thursday. So it's Thursday now. I'll be back exactly next Thursday. I'll be flying back right now, exactly a week, 7 days from today. So something they're saying go down that way. That's a real city.
That's the.
We're now in Angeles City version of this city. This is the nightlife place. Budget is still on the same thing. Today I had to go pull out another 6,000 pesos. First day I got here, 6,000. About 4 days later, 6,000. And today I just pulled out 6,000. I'm hoping that that's it, because I've already pulled out 18,000 pesos on this trip. I'm not sure. I think it's a flat fee, but remember, I don't pay it. I have Charles Schwab, so I'll get reimbursed that all at the end of the month. But I kind of think when I seen the screen, I think it was about 200. It was in between 200 and 300 pesos here, but I get it all back, so I don't really care. If I were you, the problem is we're not in Manila. So we're not in Manila for one. For two, Fluffy's still doing work, so she has to check out this place. We're going to go to San Fernando next, check out that place, and then we're going to make our way back to Manila. Plus, I heard Manila is right in the line for the typhoon, so we're not going to go back to Manila until probably Sunday and hopefully avoid the typhoon there. But then I've already booked my trip. Well, I pulled out a total of 300 now. I'm just hoping that I don't have to pull out any more, because I just pulled out money today. 200, okay. I do like the street food. I had street food today. I had some chicken and I had some spring rolls. And then I see one of my favorite, dynamite. I love dynamite, but we haven't found it here. Today was the first day that I seen dynamite, but we just got off the bus. Vietnam, for sure. For sure Danong, I've been to 20 countries. Been in Asia, 9 in Europe, and Mexico. You stopped by Lynn Visa today. What, for your visa run or something? The highest here is 1,000, right, Fluffy? The highest bill? There's nothing higher than 1,000. Bill. The 1,000 is the highest. Josh, yes. Well, not here in the Philippines. I've been here in the Philippines for about 8 or 9 days now, maybe 10 days. But when I go back, I'm going back to Vietnam in next week. When I go there, it's $750. Actually, it'll be a little bit less these next 2 months. It'll probably be about $650, under $700, because Fluffy's not coming back for another 2 months. But $750 is my bills when we are both in Danong. But since she's not going to be here, I'm going to probably save an extra $100. So probably around $650, $675. No, I don't need any of those. Yeah, the 1,000 is the highest. I think. Oh no, I just used my last 20 peso bill. Now they give you a stupid 20 peso coin. I hate it. I realized on this trip I hate coins. The Malaysia, it's not worth it. So here's what it broke down to be. I was gonna take Air Asia. I was gonna have to do a 7 or an 8 hour layover in Kuala Lumpur at the airport, right? That ticket was 5,000 pesos. But then to add my bag was 3,000 pesos. So my bag and the flight was gonna cost me 8,000 pesos with a 7 or 8 hour layover. I booked it with Cebu Pacific. That's direct flight. A flight and a bag was 8,800 pesos. So for basically about 900 more pesos, I have a direct flight and I don't have to wait 8 hours. I can't sit. What am I going to do at 8 hours in an airport? I'm going to be miserable. At 2 in the morning till 9 in the morning, miserable. So I paid an extra 900 pesos, which is probably 1,000 pesos, about an extra $20-ish, and now I'm getting a direct flight. What do you want to do, Fluster? How will we get up to that area?
Cheaper. She said we can walk from our hotel.
I won't do anything over 4 or 5 hours in the airport. It's ridiculous. Now, I don't mind like a 16 or 18 or a 20-hour layover because I'll just go rent a hotel, leave the airport, stay in the hotel, and then come back the next day. But anything over 3 or 4 hours at an airport, I pass. It's not worth it. Nah, I'm breaking the budget. I don't want. I paid my rent on the 12th, and I've been gone since the 15th. So my money, just 2.5 weeks of rent is just gone. So for me, it's not worth it. Then I would have to pay a Grab to get from the airport out. Then I would have to pay for a Grab to get back to the airport. Then I would have to pay for a hotel. Then I would have to pay for food. It's not worth it. I'm already crying because I spent $300 on this trip, and that's not even including my flight. So these 16 days that I'm going to be out here cost me about $500. 300 for the ticket, and maybe 300 of spending money. So almost $600. So I'm not going to go. $600 is a whole month in Danang. I'm not going to just go blow money. So I'll tell you guys how it breaks down. We'll do $1. $1 equals 57 pesos. So 570 pesos is $10, and 5,700 pesos is $100. I do it a little easier, and it's kind of a little better. I just round it. You can round it up to the nearest. So you can either say 60. I do it the other way. I say 50. So if something's 300, I consider that $6. But really, it's probably like $5.40. After, that's a tough one. Because you got to be more specific. To just go for a quick trip, or to live for a long time. So in Europe, I would like to get back to Budapest. I really like Budapest the time that I went. I like Lisbon, Portugal, when I went to Europe. In Asia, I like Bangkok. I like Danang. I want to go back to China again. I haven't been to China in almost 6 years. I would like to check out Bali again, but I heard Bali's only went down in the terms of the city and in the terms of being much more expensive. I do not live in the USA. I moved out of the USA almost 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I moved out of the USA. I can't consider it as traveling, though. For one, I don't want to go there. That if I was going to travel, then I would choose a lot other places. And for two, you ever heard the term, you can't squeeze blood out of a turnip? I can't travel. Like, I think a lot of you guys don't understand my financial situation. I have no income, no job, no retirement. So whatever money I make on YouTube is it. When that money runs out, I am travel guru Philip Janik. I'll be sleeping in a tent. So I don't have the luxury of saying, screw it, we'll spend an extra $100. I don't have the extra $100. I don't have extra anything. Whatever I make on YouTube is my money that I have. Fluffy will be coming back maybe Christmas. YouTube is technically my job, and it's inconsistent. It's not always the same amount. It's not the same. And if I don't do YouTube, then I don't make anything. I'm so far behind on uploading videos. I've been doing live streams this whole time, but I have about 6 videos of the Philippines that I need to edit and upload. So when I get back to Danong next week, I'm probably gonna have about 5 or 6, if not more videos. Derek, what's up, buddy? Not even commission. I just work on. So when I do upload videos, I do make money. Basically, my RPM is for every 1,000 views that I get about $6 on an uploaded video. So just do the math. How many thousands of views do I need to make something decent? I get $6 per 1,000 views. So just do the math on that. Double tap the screen. Yeah, double tap if you guys can. If you're on a mobile, just double tap. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. I guess we can head out, Fluffy. I don't know how good this internet's going to be. When we first came out, the internet was terrible here. So if it cuts out, can't blame me. I have the best plan, the most highest data here, but the Philippines SIM cards and data is just bad. Every 2 days I can't. That's just insane because it takes me basically a working day to get one video up, and it takes me a day to shoot. I tried getting a video up every third day, and it's extremely tough. Extremely tough. I mean, shooting the video is no problem. It's editing and uploading it that's the problem. Where are you going, Fluffy? 7-Eleven?
Just check.
We're gonna check 7-Eleven. Let's see if they have a Slurpee machine, Fluffy. They have what? Big Gulp. How long for an upload? So I can't be like these other guys that just like, hey, I just press record and I press stop and I upload it. I put in graphics. I put in map locations. I edit out things. The outtakes, like if I mess up on something, I shoot a whole nother clip. I make an intro. I make an outro. So realistically, editing at least minimum 3 to 4 hours minimum of what it takes me to get up a 10 to 12 minute video. 3 hours to 4 hours minimum on just editing, nothing else. That's not to upload to the YouTube site. That's not to make my thumbnail. That's not to make the title. So realistically, it takes me 5, 6, 7 hours, which would be quick, to edit, upload, thumbnail, title, do all that. That's a great success story, living in paradise off of your tube. I'm not technically, I can't really say I'm living off of it. So now the past 3 months, I have finally started breaking even, meaning I make at least as much money as I spend in a month. But for a year and a half before that, I never broke even. So for example, my bills are $750 a month in Danong. And for a year and a half, I'd make $300 a month. I'd make $400. I'd make $500. I'd make $350, $400. So I never was breaking even. But this month and the past 2 months, I finally started breaking even and making a little bit over that. So I can't fully say that I'm now in that boat because it's only been a short scale of doing that. But at least for the past 3 months, it's been hitting that point. No, this is Subic. I'd much rather be in Cebu right now. Cebu or Bacolod. Mugshots. Ugh. So apparently this is the shadier, sketchier part of town. Everyone's telling us to go this way, and maybe we'll go that way when it's dinner time. 1 million? Man, that's a long way away. I'm blown away. First of all, I've been telling you guys forever, I'm shocked that I even had 1,000 subscribers. Then I was blown away when we hit 10,000. So anything from this point on is just icing on the cake for me. Better than the last city, so I would say I do like the layout of this city better, but I like the food, the restaurants,
and the bakeries and I guess the amenities is what you would call it at the other place. If this place had the amenities of that, then I would enjoy it even more. Thank you, sir. So that would be the big thing. Hello, thank you. By Christmas, let's get some goals. It's more chill and tame version of Angelus. Yes, yes, that's exactly what I was saying, but I said it in a different way. I said this is a generic version of that place. I like the layout better here, but all the good stuff that Angela's had, like the restaurants, the local food spots, the bakeries that are 24 hours a day, the tea spots, that's all missing here. All that's missing. So it's just basically a calmer, less hectic Angeles City, but it's missing all the good stuff that Angeles City had. We even had a nice mall. It takes courage. I can't even really say that I don't feel like I'm brave or courageous for leaving. I was just so tired of the USA rat race. How did you reach 1K? Did you focus on 1K took me a long time. So basically, it took me about 10 months to get 550 subscribers when I first started my channel. Then the channel was just moving so slow. 50 views, 90 views, 3 subscribers in this day, 2 subscribers, 0, 1, 6. Then I started doing a couple of videos in Danong again. I did an apartment video at $300 apartments in Danong, and that video pumped me up, and that video put me to 1,000 subscribers. So that one video pushed me over the top. Making rent, no, because to be fair, I left the USA with 1 year of cost of living in Vietnam. So I still have money set away. Now, over the past year, it started to dwindle down some because I'm bringing in less than what I put out. But every month, my goal is to be at 0 every month, meaning I don't spend anything and I just break even. But over the past year, I'd put out $200 a month out of my own pocket, some months $400, not quite $750 of what I spend because I make back some of it on YouTube. But that's why I don't spend money. That's why I'm very, very. You guys are like, come on, man, live a little. Go try out Malaysia. I'm like, you guys don't understand. The money that I have in my bank is it. Like, yeah, I can go, man, I can go to Boracay tomorrow, go spend $2,000, but that $2,000 now means I just cut down probably 6 months of living with a safety net. So I can go to these expensive places, but then that's causing me to have way less time to live out here. I'm just trying to buy my time as long as I can. So I keep that safety net of the money in there, and then hopefully the channel starts lifting up, going up higher, higher. Then I can go like, okay, I have a safety net in the bank, I have this. But as of now, if I spend more than I make, then that money starts cutting down and down. The watch time, no, because actually, when I think at the time, it almost happened at the same time. The 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch hours almost happened exactly at the same time. I'll stay here. What are you going to do? Okay. Yeah. How much more would, you're coming back, right? I'll stay here. How much would you guess a family of 6 would cost? I think we would need a 3-bedroom house in Danong. A 3-bedroom. So the biggest cost for you guys is going to be the rent, which I'm assuming $800, $900 max for a 3-bedroom, especially if you want to be by the beach and a nice place. But the biggest cost for you guys, I think, is going to be your vices. Do you drink? Do you have to go to all the tourist spots? But the other thing that most people don't think about, are your kids going to go to international school? If they go to international school, I heard that's pretty expensive. I live with me and my girlfriend for $750, but we live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom on the beach, water, rent, internet, everything. And we go to local sit-down restaurants for that. But now if you have kids and you got to pay international school and you like to drink, you like to eat Western food, that 750 can get jacked up to 2,000 a month, 2,500 a month, depending on how much your schools cost. I left the USA with about $12,000. It was basically about 1 year of cost of living because I estimated I would spend about $1,000 a month. So I had like 12,000 when I left. And then I think I actually got a little tax refund when I first got here. So I got like an extra 1,000 or 1,500. So technically I came here with about 12 or $13,000. Compared to a place where there's more struggle and hardships in 90% of the world. What I like about your channel is you're up front and you tell everyone how it is, and that's what I like. You're very knowledgeable. I, I it's so weird to me that everybody's channel is not like that. Like it's so many people say, I like your channel, you're authentic, you're real, you don't sugarcoat things, and I go, that's normal. Like what's crazy to me is that other people that put on a fake persona and they're like, I'm in the Philippines, this is the greatest place in the world. Then they go to Malaysia. I'm in Malaysia and it's the greatest place in the world. Come out here, guys. I'm in China, it's the greatest. And it's like, dude, you're selling. I believe in your reputation, and your word is the only thing in life that you have. Once you start lying and misleading people, then you have nothing. I don't care if you have $1 million. To me, once you people's opinion of you is basically what you're going to go to your grave with. You could be Elon Musk, have the most money in the world, but if people think he's a jerk or think he's a liar or a deceiver, that trumps any amount of money. I like your budget channel. I appreciate it. Hopefully, maybe one day we won't be a budget channel. Now, when I say won't be a budget channel, I still will not blow money. I will still be extra cautious about money, but maybe we can do more traveling. So my budget, I always tell you guys this, my budget won't really change as far as rent, budgeting. The only thing that I would like for my budget to go up in is traveling more, like going to a different country, flying out, going to visit this country, going to maybe this continent. That's where my budget would go up. But I know for sure my rent wouldn't go up because I'm more than happy at my apartment. Food, maybe I'll get an extra pizza a month or something crazy like that. But my food, my rent budget wouldn't go up much at all, if anything. But the biggest part of my budget that would be nice to boost up would be every month go on some kind of trip, or at least every visa run to go on a trip. Nothing wrong with being frugal. And people call me cheap. I hate the word cheap because it doesn't represent what I am. To me, cheap is living in a tiny studio, eating a cup of noodles, and doing nothing. I'm the opposite. I will spend money, but I need to get value. Meaning, I won't just go eat noodles for 10,000. I'll go get a Bonet, which costs 4 times that, 40,000. But you get hot steak, you get eggs, you get bread. So for me, it's about pound for pound what you get. Like for me, I get a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment on the beach for $15 a night. Now I can go rent a hotel for $9 a night, but it's tiny. It doesn't have a view. Guess what? It's $9 a night. So for me, cheap or frugal would be the person that gets the $9 a night and they live in this tiny little spot. Now for me, I get a huge place, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, water, electricity. I have a beautiful view. But for me, yes, that's more money, but value-wise, it's a better deal. It's a better deal for me. Haven't seen you since Danong. Welcome to the Philippines. I hope you like it, but Danong is much cheaper. 100%, 100%. Compare pricing between Danong and Danong. They're both the same. Mad? I'm not mad. How much is short time in Danong? I couldn't tell you. I don't do any of the adult escapades. A veteran? No, I've never been in the military. People try to sell lies on other channels. I don't understand that. So for me, I'm just a person that doesn't lie. Lying is too hard to remember the lies. If you tell the truth, you never have to remember and say, damn, what did I say? I got to remember that story. If you tell the truth just comes out naturally. Danong versus Danong. You're living with your means and you're not going out and making a bill. I appreciate it. I think you have a nice life. I live a much better quality of life in Danong than I did in the USA back in the Bay Area. Much better, which is crazy because I live for 3 times cheaper. And everything is included where I'm at, yes. Live home. Liar, family liar? I'm not sure what you mean. We got some check-in people, so let me wipe this off. The screen is so dirty. You ready? Fluffy's back. Look, we got a whole... Fluffy, look at all the people that are checking in. What was this place like, Fluffster? But it's the same beach.
No, they have more space with the beach. You can check. You want to check?
That's okay.
They have more space. And
Sign Papa Urbank's liar? I'm not sure. I don't know if you don't speak English or you've tapped into the wine bottle a little early, but I can't understand. Is Vietnam broken into districts? I'm not sure. So you just do hotels instead of renting? No. We're doing that here in the Philippines, but I have an apartment that I've been at for 2 years in Danong. My apartment is in Danong. I have all my stuff back there. I'm going back to Danong a week from today. So that's my apartment. I've been there for 2 years. He's speaking gibberish. Here, when I go travel, like what we're doing now, this is like a 15, 16-day trip. We were getting hotels here because we're bouncing city to city. I like the layout of this city better than Angeles, but there's just nothing here. I'm even happy and excited that we found that tea place. But I feel like this is not the main area. That's what people are saying. This is supposed to be the red light district, Fluffy. Where's the bars?
well, it's still nighttime, but you see a lot.
Maybe it's Crazy Horse. What's up, Kim? Yeah, we're in a new town today. We got here a couple hours ago. Candy bar. There's the candy bar. Yeah, this is Dubai. We're in Dubai. Dubai, Philippines. Go to Mommy Paris go to. Go to. Wow. Good prices. Ooh, almost got hit. I was trying to read the chat and almost got hit. Foodies, pies and pastries. Foodies, pies and pastries. East Oakland. I'm from Vallejo, so the only thing you're missing here, if you substitute the Mexicans for Philippines citizens here. Wow, there's no sidewalk. There's a sidewalk here. It's now right here. In Newark, not Newark, New Jersey. Detroit. I've never been to Detroit either. If you guys just came in, just double tap that screen, give me a good like. It doesn't cost anything. All you got to do is double tap the screen. Let's get some more likes going. I think we had a record back when I was in Danong. I think we hit 120 or something around that. Likes was my highest like count. Let's see if we can beat that today. All these tricycles. tricycles. That's what Fluffy calls them. It's just marking my territory. Newark, California. Yes, I am from, maybe E40 is from my hometown though. Look at this, this is like a castle. What is that, Fluffy? Maybe that's Disney's castle. Huh?
Building.
I thought you said filthy.
Filthy castle.
Filthy castle. Downtown London. Is there any incentive to do streams? Live streams, two things. Here's what I like about doing live streams. One, there is no editing involved. I love that I don't have to edit. Two, I get to interact. So when I'm shooting a video, like to upload it, I have no feedback. So I don't know if people enjoy that. I don't know if they want to see that. And then the third thing is financially, if I get super chats on the live stream, then it's good for me financially. Now, if I don't get super chats, I make about 6 cents per 1,000 views. So I literally make under $1 for a live stream if there's no super chats. But I still like doing the live streams because, like I said, there's no such thing as editing. I record, I don't record, I go live, and then when I end it, it's done and it's uploaded. And I like interacting with the crowd. It is Thursday, but it's 4:50 p.m. So almost 5 p.m. here.
Yeah, I see McDonald's there.
Wow, McDonald's.
Maybe if we walked farther.
Maybe we'll go there for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Not McDonald's, but that area. The flight to the Philippines, either way, is about 2.5 hours. It's about 2 hours and 30 minutes, roughly. Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City, they have a Kansas City, Kansas, and a Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah, in some parts of the USA, it's a 12-hour difference. But I'm from California, and it's like 15 hours difference, which is crazy. Oh, this is our hotel right here. You guys want to see the beach? This is where I feel like the internet's going to cut out. So if the internet cuts out, we'll have to catch back up with you guys at dinner time. But we've been having really, really bad internet here. So I'm just warning you now, if the internet goes bad, there's nothing I can do. I know. Let me know if you're still here. Let me know if you guys are still here. You guys here? Hopefully you guys are still here. Hopefully. Let me know if you guys are still here. We'll show you the beach. I told you the internet's going to be absolutely terrible. But here's the beach. Look at it. Look at it. Here's your nice sand. Here's your sand. Here's your beach. There you go. There you guys go. So there's your beachfront. There's the beachfront. There you go. There's your beach. So you're better off staying in this pool. You're better off staying in this pool. 8 bits. Fluffy, do you want to go back in or do you want to keep walking? Huh? Let me try to log into the Wi-Fi. Let me see if the Wi-Fi will help. Let me try to, give me 1 second. Let me try to walk. Let me try to log into the Wi-Fi. 450. Let me try to log into the Wi-Fi for you guys. Give me 1 second. Let me know if it's better. Can you, I logged into the Wi-Fi. Know if it's better. Give me a yes or no if it's better now. Because I am on the Wi-Fi now. Fluffy has 2 pixels. So this is Wi-Fi. Is it better? I think it's better, right? Okay, so here we go. Let's show you guys the beach now. Okay, here we go. There's the beach. There's the beachfront. Look. There's the sand. There, you guys can go in there without your shoes on. There you guys go. But I guess you guys can come over here and hang out in the pool. This is a beachfront hotel. I don't know. This is the Philippines. This is what I try to explain to you guys. The Philippines, and here's the reason why. Your guys' fault. Now, when I say your guys', I mean older American Western guys. They will come to the Philippines and they will pay double the price for less quality because they want to have 20-year-old women and they don't want to go to a country that has no English and they don't want to do visa runs. Therefore, these places charge a lot of money because they know those guys are bringing in money and they're going to settle for it. So that's why. That's why. So until the older Western guys start demanding value, they're not going to change. Because say, why should we clean up the beach? We don't have to. There's going to be older Americans that will come and pay here because they want to meet a 22-year-old girl, and they'll pay extra money and they'll stay here. So why do we need to clean up? Is there sand? Actually, yeah, there is sand.
But no, they said, like I asked the beach, they're in the process of...
Fluffy, you ask anyone in the Philippines, when is it going to be better? Oh, it's going to be better soon. The internet's going to get better. Put it this way, guys. There is no reason why people should be coming to the Philippines over Vietnam and Thailand. This sums it up. This means that people are willing to stay in places like this because they are more terrified of English, doing visa runs, and they need women that speak English. They're willing to live with this instead of going to Vietnam or Thailand.
It's crazy, Will, because like we've been to Da Nang for 2 years, and like we saw how the... No, we're just here.
We're just... Thank you.
Nag-check-in kami. Okay.
So until that mindset changes, now if you're this hotel or you're the Philippines, why are you going to clean anything up? You go, hey, these idiots are paying. These idiots are paying.
What I'm trying to tell you is like we've been to Da Nang for a couple of years, and like even if it storms, you don't see the beach like this.
No, but I'm telling you the reason why is because these older American guys are willing to pay this money and stay here because they're terrified of not having English. They're terrified of doing visa runs, and they want a 24-year-old girl, and this is where they're going to find it. And now they have to deal with these consequences in order. That tells you how bad these men are, either scared of not having English, scared of doing visa runs, or terrified that they can't meet a woman that speaks English. They are willing to live in this just to get that. The room is nice, though. The room in the hotel is nice. It's small, but it's nice. But it's crazy that you literally come out here onto the pool, and then you just see this. But that's what I'm saying. It will never change. It won't change until all these old American guys leave, or they say, hey, man, I'm leaving, man. I ain't living in this. You guys are crazy. The internet sucks. The food's never warm. The beaches are terrible. I'm not doing it. I'm leaving. But they're not going to do that. They're 72-year-old men. They're 68, and they go, "Oh, I got a bad back. I can't get on a bus. I can't do that. I can't meet English-speaking women. No, I can't go to Vietnam. I can't go to Thailand. They don't speak English." So until that changes, this is how the Philippines is going to do it. I'm pretty good, though. I've been to 20 countries. I eat street food everywhere in the world. I've been eating street food for the past week here. I do not get sick. Now, probably on my tombstone is going to be, he died from eating street food one day, but no problem. No problem at all. Phil is 169. Philip, here's where I will give Philip a little credit. He is willing to go outside of the Philippines and do the visa runs and lack of English, but most Western guys aren't. I just don't understand it. We had about 4 or 5 guys pop in the live stream last night that lived in Angeles, and they were like, "Man, this is the best city." And I was like, what? I was like, "Well, you like this warm local food?" And they go, oh, are you crazy? I don't eat local food. I go to the bar. I eat bar food. I eat pizza every day. I eat burgers. And I'm like, so you flew 7,000 miles to eat pizza and burgers and Do that? Oh, yeah, yeah, it's cheaper. Okay, so you got a 30% discount on leaving the USA, but oh, and you know what else we seen today? Fluffy was eating breakfast. There was an old guy walking down the street with his girlfriend, and there was a guy on a scooter and a guy on the back. And the guy was walking this way. They started up the scooter, rammed it, boom, they try to grab his phone. Luckily, it knocked his phone on the ground, and the guy picked it up, but the scooter drove away. Italy, what's up, my friend? He's from Italy.
Italiano.
This is the Philippines. I don't even want to show you the beach because you might like.
Vomiting. No,
And you
but
look
like-
at the guy at the scooter and think, no, I wouldn't have been me because I would have grabbed that guy. But I just can't believe it. Bugs, I don't run into any bugs out here. Maybe I'm like a bug, not a bug magnet, but whatever, a bug opposite. So I never get bit by any bugs, and I don't get the mosquitoes in Da Nang. I would have grabbed that guy. If he would have tried to do that to me, I would have yanked him right off that scooter. I heard that happen a lot, you know, when you open up your door to your car. That will happen in sketchy places. That won't happen in, I'm not going to say it won't, but 99% that's not going to happen in Da Nang. It's not going to happen in Vietnam.
No, it doesn't happen.
That kind of stuff doesn't happen there. I can handle myself, and I kind of am street smart. Like, some of the people know where I'm from. But for women and for older guys, maybe they might be a little more of a target or need to watch a little bit better. But I think those guys will look at me and they'll say, I might as well go to that 65-year-old guy that's not paying attention. Let me go try him. Maybe I shouldn't test this guy. I think people will skip over me. But for women or for older guys or easier targets, they'll skip over me, but they'll target those other guys. So for me, I'm probably fine. Jay, what's up? We are in the Philippines. We're gonna go up to the main city for dinner. So apparently this isn't the main city. This is the generic version of Angeles in this city. We have 80 people. Wow, Fluffy, we got 80 people.
Those are U.S. sheep. Right?
Those are U.S. sheeps. And then this is our pool. Look at, there's some dogs. And you know what else? Oh, dog fights. This is another thing I've noticed in the Philippines. There's so many more street dogs. There's so many more street dogs. Look at the dogs they're fighting. So there's your nice clean beach. 88 people now, but every time I say how many we have, it always drops. So keep an eye out for like the next 5 or 6 seconds. Since I said 88 people, it'll probably drop pretty quick. There's some nice little cool magnets and stuff. Who's Fluffy? Fluffy is my girlfriend. Fluffy is right back there. What province? No worry about the storm. We are in Subic. Yes, Fluffy is from the Philippines. I don't think I've seen a street dog in the USA. Nah, you see street dogs in the USA. I don't see them too much in Vietnam. I definitely see them a lot more than here in the Philippines. This beach is this is the worst beach I've ever seen in the Philippines. And it's crazy because it's right near a nice hotel, but I don't know. And a dog's taking a crap. I don't want to say beaches, but I'll say this beach. This is the worst beach that I've seen probably ever. But I've been to Boracay, which is a very, very nice beach. But this beach, yeah. But this is our hotel. I think we're just in this city for one day, and then we're going to go to a city called San Fernando, which I'm kind of, in the back of my mind, I'm usually good at judging just kind of by names or kind of where the places are located. I feel like San Fernando is going to be a good spot. I don't know why, but I just feel that way. Look at this. Look at that boat. No, San Fernando, Philippines. San Fernando, Philippines. Street dogs in Vietnam don't make it past lunchtime. Wolfgang Beer. What's up, Wolfgang? What's up, Wolfgang? If you guys just popped in, just hit that double tap the screen so we can get some more likes. We are trying to break my all-time record. I think it's about 120 likes. This is Angeles. No. I'm sorry. We're stuck in yesterday. This is Subic, Philippines. And they do have a coconut tree, though. That's nice. There we go. So, there you guys go. But it did look like, remember we walked from another hotel down there? It does look like that beach is a little bit cleaner. So, look, you can see like all the stuff here, but it looks like the further you go down, it's a little bit cleaner. I do not soak. I do not surf. I just explained it. I think the reason is because so many people in the Philippines, locals and Western guys, accept this. So I'm going to tell you guys the hard facts. I believe the more that I spend time here, I believe the Western expats, they are so addicted to coming to meet women here that they're willing to suffer with all this stuff. And then Fluffy tells me the locals are just giving up. They're like, hey, this is how it is. We can't fight it. Oh, well. So everyone just deals with it. And that's what happens. When I was talking to Bing, co-pilot, it said the Philippines is what's called a resignation zone, meaning people just give up and they just, that's why we go, yesterday, if you guys were on the live stream, we went to go get fried chicken and the lady's laying on the counter, taking a nap on her phone while she's supposed to be serving food. People just give up. They just give up. There's just no hope. People make very little money here and there's no incentive to do better. So they just give up. It's sad, but a huge chunk of the reason has to be blamed on the locals. They just say, hey, nothing's going to happen. Oh, well, we're just going to accept it. Instead, they should be fighting back. They should be saying, no, this is not, we're not going to allow the government to do this. So supposedly, I didn't know. I did some history research last night, and they kind of did that back in 1986. They kind of overthrew the government, but apparently they voted for the wolf in the sheep and wolf. What did they say? The wolf in sheep's clothing. They voted for the same stuff, and then they had an uprising. They ran their president out, but then they put the exact same type of person in, and then after that they were kind of like, we tried and look what happened. I don't blame. I'm the same way in the USA. So I used to say, damn, the USA government's so corrupt, man. They're the problem. And at a certain point, you got to blame the public. You got to blame the citizens. The citizens are the ones that vote. The citizens are the ones, all you have to do is refuse. But people are too distracted. And like Fluffy said, their attitude is, oh, well, it's not going to change. Why should I do anything? And then they come around during vote time and they pay the locals to buy their vote. And then they willingly take the money and go vote. So my saying, this is way back when I was in the USA. The saying is, you deserve the government that you get. You deserve the government that you get. So I believe that statement. I used to be on the other end saying, man, it's the government's fault, man. It's the government. But now I believe at least 50%, if not more, is the public, the citizens' fault. It's the citizens' fault for allowing it to happen. Yeah, 1986 was the current president's dad. So who do you blame? Who do you blame? You run a president out and then that was the guy that's the dad of the president now? That's crazy. American doesn't have hands on Philippines anymore. I blame the lefties, not in my backyard. I think it's one or two people try to clean it up, the others will join. Philippines needs to ask for USA for reparations, and they're fighting so bad now on the corruption. We'll see, but it's crazy because we live in Da Nang, and none of this stuff exists. But guess what? Vietnam is on the same economic scale. There's lots of poor people in Vietnam too, but they don't go out and go beg and ask for people for money. They don't lay on the street. And it's like, wait a second, why does it happen here and why doesn't it happen in other countries? There has to be something that's missing. I'm not sure on that, free thinker.
Maybe can you send that to me?
I can't right now. I don't have internet.
Wi-Fi here, no?
I guess I can log in. Fluffy's gonna stay here till like November, maybe December.
Until end of November.
End of November. If she's not a citizen, she can't come. Not to mention, not a good place. I'm not sure what you mean. If she's not a citizen, she can't come. Not to mention, not a good place. And you know what? We have been to all the restaurants that we've ever been to. Not one has had Wi-Fi. In 15 or in 10 days that I've been here, not one place has had Wi-Fi. Not one. And we went from anything from a small cafe to a medium-sized restaurant to a mall to a Starbucks. Not one had Wi-Fi. Not one. In Da Nang, we go to a tiny 2-table tea hole-in-the-wall spot, and they have amazing Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
My father was always out cleaning the locality. People have no pride these days. Ferdinand Marcos, he's the worst part. When they fled the Philippines, they were granted exile and giving a parade in Oahu. Philippines needs to get all their gold back from Spain. I sound like a hater. I do have data. But guess what? When I go to Vietnam, I get free Wi-Fi. When I go to Thailand, I get free Wi-Fi. But guess what? I pay 3 times more in the Philippines for my SIM card, and I get 3 times crappier internet. So explain that. I guarantee Annie is a Philippine citizen or a troll that follows my channel.
A Filipino citizen who still take his pride.
Yeah, this is the thing. So if you tell the truth about the Philippines,
Go back, don't visit.
and it's 100% true, they will get mad at you. They won't get mad and say, yeah, you know what? We do need to fix that. They'll get mad at you. It's like, do you think, am I the one that ruined your internet? Am I the one that made this beach dirty? Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me for telling the truth. That's what's crazy. Most people, like in the USA, if people say, hey man, you know, in San Francisco, they need to clean up the homeless. I am a resident of California. I'll say, yes, I know. We need to clean up the homeless. It's a major problem. It's terrible. But in the Philippines, they know it's a problem. And if you mention it, they will get mad at you and say, you go home to your place. Don't talk about it. Like, what? It's crazy.
What do you do?
The same happens if I talk about America. I do the same thing. I am a traveler, so I tell you the good and the bad things of every place that I go to. I tell you, when I live in Vietnam, I go there, I've lived there for 2 years. I make sure to tell you the negative parts of Vietnam and the good parts, because I want everyone to be well informed and understand the negatives and the good parts so that they can say, hey, those things are things I can't handle, so I'm not going to go. Or they'll say, hey, that's not so bad. I can handle that. Let me go. That's what I try to do, people. I'm talking about Annie or Annie. That's who it seemed like. They said I'm a hater because I'm telling the truth. Like, what's happening now? Annie was saying I'm a hater, and I'm like, for what? For telling the truth? I'm a traveling journalist. I am not from the Philippines. I'm from the USA, but I currently live in Vietnam, and I'm on a 2-week trip here in the Philippines. I am in the boat of guns don't kill people. People kill people. The gun doesn't just magically go off. So there's reasons why people go around and shoot people. So it's crazy. If you go look, some of the most heavily states that have the most guns have the lowest murder rate? Explain that. Explain that. That's what's crazy. I'm a scholar and a gentleman. I don't know if I'm a gentleman. I'm an all right
You're
guy.
a gentleman.
I don't believe in gun control. I believe in people control. People control. Because if you gave me a gun, I wouldn't go out and just go shoot everybody. Just because I have a gun, am I going to shoot people? No. It's the person. It's the person. It's the person. So when people go out drunk driving, should we have car control? No one should be able to drive a car. Crazy. Nothing worse than filthy beach for vacationers and locals. It is working. Go look at all the people. These school shootings that you're talking about, or these murders, these people didn't follow gun laws. So the people that go, so the most murders committed in the USA are by gang or drug violence. These guys have guns illegally, not legally. These gangsters, these drug dealers, these cartels do not have guns legally. They don't go register these guns. So I don't know where you're coming up with this. Most registered gun owners follow the law and don't commit crimes. Big difference. What other countries have 300 million people? Gangsters, go look up murders. Who commits the most murders? Is it school shootings or is it inner city crime? Go look it up. We can pull it up on Bing if you want to. We can pull it up on Bing if you want to.
Did you send it to me?
Let me log in. Let me send it to you, Fluffster. Why do you have video on there?
I have to send it.
Chicagoland gang homicide. Yeah, and go. Let me tell us all the people that have 27 murders on a weekend in Chicago. They're all registered gun owners, right? Those guys are all reputable people that follow the gun laws, right? Do they follow the gun laws? Do they follow the gun laws? Annie, do those guys in Chicago that have 560 murders a year, those guys are all registered gun owners, right? They're all registered gun owners, right? Why are you singling out a school shooting, though? School shooting is a rare occasion. It's a rare occasion, just like an earthquake. So when we have one earthquake, are we like, oh my God, the world's going to come to an end because we have an earth? You're singling out a tiny, tiny, tiny portion. The gun laws do work. Go show me the gun laws that we have on the books that people have went and wouldn't have got a gun that didn't follow the laws. Look at this. Annie, look at this number. School shootings make up roughly 0.1% of all murders annually in the US. So Annie, do you want to single out anything else? School shootings make up roughly 0.1% of all murders annually in the US. Annie, I'm not going to respond to anything else till you read this message. School shootings make up roughly 0.1% of all murders annually in the USA. So your whole spiel about, oh my God, it's out of control, school shootings, it's 0.1% of all murders. 0.1%. 0.1. 0.1. Insane. Ladies making a whole big deal about 0.1% of all murders. Insane. Insane.
Maybe we should cut the live and have live later. Or
Why, Mom?
Huh?
Why, Mom?
I'm just trying to say that.
They are working. What laws? Explain to us. What laws are not working? So you have to register for a gun. It's at least a 30-day hold. Put it this way. Let's even look up this crime. What percentage of murders in the USA are committed by registered gun owners compared to registered gun owners. Here we go. Annie, here's another stat for you. According to the Bureau of Justice, 60 to 65% of inmates who used a gun during a crime illegally obtained that firearm. So 60 to 65% of people that used a gun during a crime illegally obtained it. Your numbers are just terrible, Annie. Instead of being on a live stream, you should go read your facts better. Illegally, right there, illegally. So stop watching CNN, stop listening to the propaganda, and actually have arguments that back your statement. It's crazy. And it's so easy to disprove, but this person, they won't go like, oh, you know what? I'll look into that. Wow, I guess I was misled. She will still go to the next person and scream about, oh my God, there's so many school murders. There's so many school shootings. We need to do gun. She won't learn from this. She won't learn from this. That's the law. So the law is you're supposed to go through a background check and have a 30-day waiting period. If you have a felony on your record, you do not get a gun. That's the law. What law? So let me get it. Annie wants no guns in the whole world. She wants to say, hey, everyone should give up your gun except for the government and the military. They should have guns and the citizens shouldn't. So if someone comes in and breaks into your house or they come and try to kill you, you should just roll over and let them kill you. That's crazy. We need to ban murder so it never happens again. Yeah, if we ban murder, it'll just stop everything. Delsky. Oh, man, look at Delsky. Came in at perfect timing. Let me show him the beach. So we're at a new city, Delsky. We're going to show you the Philippines' best beach site. There you go, Delsky. There you go, Delsky. I can't wait to see Delsky's reaction. So you got the, what is that called? The pool. What is that called? Like the never-ending pool. And then you have this. This is called Subic. This city, I hate to say this, but this city sums up exactly what's happening to the Philippines. People are giving up, and this city really opened up my eyes to what the Philippines has turned into. 7 places tell me they're out of stock. Sorry, sir, you're at a burger place. We don't have any burgers. Sorry, we don't have whipped cream for your ice cream. We don't have this. We don't have this. We don't have this. We don't have this. We have not found one place that's had free Wi-Fi. The Philippines is not what it was 5 years ago. I've been here 2019, 2022, 2023, and now 2025, and it's not what it used to be. It's not what it used to be. Typhoon, I heard, is supposedly down by Manila. So, supposedly down by Manila. But look, they have this hotel is not bad. So the hotel's not bad. They got a nice pool, but can you imagine sitting in the pool and then just looking right here? And here's the crazy part. The Philippines is double the price of Vietnam. The Philippines has no Wi-Fi at public spaces. The Philippines, you get warm food. Yeah, it's all, the room is fine. The bed is a little small. The room's a little small, but it's nice. It's, oh, I thought that was a lizard. But it's just a piece of paper. Drink the pool. Nah, I've just had my day of water. I don't need a sip of the pool.
Tea.
I had tea. I don't need any sip of the pool. The hotel is not bad. I just can't believe. What's shocking to me is that the hotel would let it get this way.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Like, at least have someone to clear your space, your area. area.
I am shocked that I'm not expecting them to clean up the whole beach, but I am blown away that they just don't have just the pool part clean. That is insane to me. Like, how don't they have to like say like, hey, let me show you around the hotel, and like, what do they say when?
Because like earlier, I asked the other. Remember, like I went to the other hotel and I asked, and I told them like, "Is your beach really like that? The how long does it stay that way?" And then they said like, "Oh, they're in the process of cleaning. They're like they still have to clean. Like the local government is doing something. I don't see anyone. I don't
Process
see
just
anyone."
means, hey, it could happen in 5 years. Process. They're trying to say the process, like, oh yeah, the process is coming next week.
She's trying to tell me that there was a big storm and like they're still cleaning. Well, I saw in the news that they're cleaning. I saw that.
But you could tell that a lot of this garbage is old. This
Yeah.
isn't a day
They
old.
were like telling that in the past days, remember it was raining, that it was strong and
Well, I've talked about this city. So what I've told you guys, I know some of you guys have been in here the whole time and you're going to say, oh, you already said this. But the Philippines is a place, I realize it more and more. This is a place, all they target is two kinds of people. They target wealthier Philippines people that will spend money to have the appearance of being in a nicer place. And the real people that hurt this place are the Western older men that just can't travel without English. They need a young woman and they don't want to do visa runs. So they say, you know what? I could stay here. I can have a 25-year-old girlfriend. I can go outside and speak English and I never have to get on a plane for 3 years. Screw it, man. I'll deal with it. I'll just hang out with my girlfriend that's 22 years old all day. Screw it. No way am I going to Vietnam. I'll have to learn Vietnamese or I can't have conversations with them. I'm 68 years old. I got a bad back. No way can I sit on a bus for 12 hours. Screw it. I got a pension. I get $2,000 a month. I know the Philippines is 1,600. Da Nang could be 900, but screw it, man. I got to use that money somewhere.
send me the photo.
Yeah, it's Fluffy. I sent it to you.
Where at Meta?
I sent it on Facebook. A whole bunch of people could clean that right up. But I told you, we're in the Philippines where it's, hey, someone else will clean up. Look, I go out here, every single place that I go to, there's no such thing as a public garbage can anywhere. There's food stalls around. There's not one single garbage can. How can you have food stalls and restaurants and there's not one single garbage can? So where do they expect people to throw their garbage? Phil messed it up. I really have a feeling, though, I hate to jinx myself, but I feel like I'm going to like San Fernando.
San Fernando.
Aren't we going there next?
Yeah.
I feel like for some reason I'm going to like that city.
There's no beach there.
I just feel like for some reason I'm good at hearing names and knowing if they fit my style. Never been garbage cans since I can remember. Yeah, I don't understand. What is the logic behind not having garbage cans? I don't. Where do they think the garbage is going to end up? That just makes it worse for the restaurant or the stalls, because now the garbage is going to be in front of your place. Like, there's literally nowhere to throw away the garbage. Like, what do you expect is going to happen? I don't understand this take it where you go. I mean, 80% of the people are just going to toss it wherever they can. The other 20% are going to take it home. But guess what? Why should you have to? I don't understand that logic. Anytime you have food, you should have a sink to wash your hands and a place to throw away your garbage. That's minimum. That's minimum. You idiot. Annie, you're calling me an idiot now? Okay, well, I guess you wanted to get blocked. So, Annie, last question before I block you. So should restaurants provide sinks, or should I spit on my hands and rub them together to wash my hands before I eat when I'm outside getting food? At first, I thought Annie was just someone with a different opinion, but this person cares so much about people's lives and wants the murders, but then she goes around yelling at people and calling them idiots. Yeah, great person there. What a great person. You're really a great person. I don't wash my hands anyways. You're right, I don't. We use spray. Fluffy brings her hand spray and I spray my hands with it. What a troll. What a troll. So, and it's not that hard to kick you either, which I just did. There you go. I forgot to say hi. What's up, Smokey?
Because there's like a
Josh the
water
vegan.
birds.
There's people swimming pretty far out there.
No, there's fishing.
In the water?
Yeah.
The guy's swimming.
No, they're fishing.
I'm talking about this guy.
No,
Two
they're
people.
Fishing.
They're fishing, swimming?
They're fishing. Yeah.
With
They're
what, their
putting
hands?
Nets. They're putting nets in the. I saw they have nets.
My live stream is just my Samsung S21. It's just my phone. Nothing special. Just a Samsung S21. They have nets. I guess we'll go inside. I'll show you the hotel if we can make it. The internet is absolutely terrible here. So if it cuts out, I'm sorry. But let's go show you our hotel, and then we will do a live stream later on tonight for dinner. We're gonna go up the street. Apparently the city is a little bit nicer up the street. I didn't think at first Annie was a troll. I just thought they were on a different opposing view. But then they're quick to throw out idiot and you don't wash your hands. So they're a troll. So hopefully the internet's still working. I think this is our room, or maybe this is our room. This. So hopefully the internet will still hold up. So I think we're back. There we go. So this is our room. Like I said, it's a little small. Me and Fluffy are gonna have to squeeze. We both might have to lay sideways. There we go. We should be good now because the internet. Here's the bathroom. So here's the bathroom. There's the bathroom. There's my backpack. There is...
What's your hand?
Huh? Don't smash my hand. Then we have a TV. We have this bed. I like that we got a lot of charging plugins. A lot of charging plugins. I'll show you guys over here. We've got some baked goods at the bakery. Look at this. That kind of looks good. This kind of looks good. We got some snacks when we got on the bus. We took a bus here. It's very small though. I will say that's probably 22 square. It does have a table. It has a small TV. And then here is our patio. This is definitely a size for Philip. And we do got a patio though. Actually, that's nice. I didn't know we had a little seat. So maybe tonight we'll do a live stream. We'll do a live stream from out here. So there we go. I'll sit over here. I will try to charge my battery. What time is it now? We usually do a dinner. We usually do a dinner live stream. It's 5:30. We usually will do dinner live stream maybe about 7-ish. So I'm shocked we have 90 people in here right now. When we go on that walking street night light, we had 12 people or 15. When I go to a dirty beach, we have 96 people. Oh man, we gotta load up because the thing about it is we get snacks. Those snacks will probably last us probably for the next couple days. We haven't found any bakeries here, so that means that's probably gonna be our little snacks. Plus, we always get a lot when we get on the bus because we never know how long the bus ride's gonna be.
Yeah, we're an hour ahead. It's 5:35. Everyone listen, not everyone, but a lot of people listen to me like a podcast. It's crazy. I don't know where we'll go for dinner, but we'll look it up. I think we're gonna go up that way. So if you guys watched the live stream from the beginning, we went down this way, but they told us apparently the main city or the main something is up this way. So we'll go back up that way. What's up? What's up? So many province. We've mostly been in province cities. At least this trip. It's Uncle Ben's fault. Uncle Ben, the rice guy. Let's see where we at. Outside this city, ever since I got into the city, the internet has been terrible here. Terrible. I have to be on the internet inside this hotel, otherwise my internet doesn't even work. My data doesn't work. So that's why I was surprised that we were able to do that live stream. This hotel has terrible, terrible internet, meaning the internet that I'm on now is okay, the Wi-Fi, but if I turn the Wi-Fi off, it won't even connect. Yeah, right now I do. I'm logged into the Wi-Fi, but remember when we were just walking from the back to here, it cut out 3 times because it switched from the Wi-Fi to my data, and my data won't even pick us up here. I would say Magaldan was kind of remote-ish. San Juan, kind of the same thing. But even those smaller untourist traveled cities, they're not cheap. Let's colonize the province.
That's good. I was saying that, Mitzi.
Yeah. So, what time is it? 5:40? Maybe we'll start heading out to dinner in about an hour. When I get off here, I'll probably charge the phone. It's time to get Starlink and walk around with the thing on your back. But I did. So the news is I did book my return ticket. So I cost me 9,000 pesos, which is like about $160 to get back. Which, if I would have went to a round trip to Malaysia or a round trip to Bangkok, the round trip ticket, not a one way, but a round trip would have cost me $100. A one way ticket going back cost me $160. It's 2:40 in the morning. Wow. So you must be maybe somewhere in Europe or something, I think. Australia, maybe? Europe? Probably Europe. Fluffy's watching TV, but I don't see any TV. No signal. You could just hear it like a podcast. Canada? Is it 2 o'clock in the morning in Canada? It must be the east. No, it must... Orlando. Okay, so you must be on the west coast of Canada. Puffy, where's the TV screen? Maybe it's just radio. I can't wait till I get back. I might even, the first day I get back, I might even go crazy and like splurge. I might be like, Gilda's? Oh man, Gilda's is only 200,000? Wow, that's cheaper than local food. What a deal. Because let me try to figure it out. Gilda's, now like I'm spending at least Bikini Bottom's money every single meal, basically. Not every single day, but almost every single meal. So, yeah. So, Fluffy, a Bikini Bottom's meal for one person is 270 pesos.
Wow.
I just spent last night, I spent 300. And then today I got just absolutely robbed at the bus station. I spent 200 pesos on local food, on a small piece of fried chicken, an egg, and rice. So I spent 200 pesos on that, which would have been 95,000 VND.
Wow.
That's insane.
That's a burger. Because Bikini Bottom Burger is even 90,000.
That's crazy. Antwong is kind of the main tourist neighborhood in Da Nang. And Gilda's is probably my favorite pizza place in Da Nang. I like Gilda's, and number 2 would probably be Detroit Motor City Pizza. Number 3, kind of by default, would be Gordon's. I like fries, but
Not Motor City.
I said Motor City is probably my number 2. But the only thing about Motor City, I have to go to Motor City on the all you can eat. I can't go to Motor City on a regular day.
I need to give you the cards for the.
Yeah, that first day I might be like, what? It's only 200 pesos in Vietnam? Oh, what a deal.
Yeah. Can't believe it's only 200.
I'm gonna be like Mitzi at George Costanza. Huh? It's only 10,000?
Maybe you
Are you kidding me?
Mitzi. Here's bamboo.
Well, I'm already probably paying what Mitzi pays in Da Nang because, but the problem is he's getting good, higher quality, fresh, hot food. I'm getting local food for that price.
Here's the.
What's this? Ooh, the Japanese buffet. Japanese buffet here is the equivalent to 600 pesos.
That's like Japanese buffet. I gave you Japanese buffet.
Motor City is a pizza place. Yeah, it's a Detroit-based pizza place in Da Nang. They have like Detroit teams, Detroit cars up there. So yesterday was my most expensive meal in the Philippines, and basically it was about 150,000 VND. It was 150,000 for me and 150,000 for Fluffy. So basically 300,000 is what we spent. I don't know if we've ever spent that in Da Nang. I don't know if we've ever spent 300,000 VND in Da Nang for 2 meals. Oh, I take it back. Besides the Japanese all-you-can-eat buffet. But I don't think we spent $11 on a meal for us. And last night, it was good, though. The Mexican food was good. But, man, like, local food, I'm spending about 135 pesos. And 135 to, like, 170, which is, like, basically almost $3. Now, you guys look and go, $3? But here's the thing. I can get 2 meals in Vietnam for $3, and the portions are bigger, they're completely fresh, and they taste better, and they're sit-down restaurants. They're not street carts that are lukewarm. I left a tip last night. Tipping is more common. I don't know if I would say expected here in Philippines. But in Vietnam, it's not expected at all. It's not expected at all. Da Nang is cheap. This place is not cheap. Especially now, if you just look at the price, you're going to be like, oh, okay, it's only 40 or 50 or 60% more than Da Nang. That's not bad if you look at the price. But now if you look at the quality, the size, the portion of it, it's way worse than just looking at the numbers, because you're going to get half the size. It's going to be warm at best, if not room temperature. And it's just going to be, you're going to get this much meat and this much rice. So it's a totality difference. So even first of all, even if Da Nang's food was the exact same price as the Philippines, the Vietnam food would be better, fresher, hotter, tastier, even at the same price. Even if it was the same price as the Philippines, but it's not. It's double. And here's the crazy part. We haven't been to like Cebu or any crazy I don't even know what Boracay would cost us. Boracay is way more expensive than any place that we went to in the Philippines so far. And I'm already going over my budget on cities like this, which is crazy. I'm probably spending at least a minimum of $15 a day, at least. But remember, I'm not paying for accommodation. So if I was paying for accommodation, I would probably be paying about $40 minimum here, which is about $1,200 a month. I spend 18 bucks a day living where I live in Danong, and that includes everything, accommodation and everything. 15 bucks for 6 cents. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. I don't drink coffee, so I couldn't tell you, and I haven't been to Boracay in about 3 years, 3 years. Um, yeah, I can't even imagine what the USA was like. You know what's crazy? I got a message today on Instagram saying, "Hey, are you gonna come back to your high school 25-year reunion?" And I was like, "No, man, I'm actually out here in Asia. I live out in Vietnam now." And they're like, "Oh, come back, man." And I was like, "Wow, it's crazy." But I was thinking like, no way. It would cost me well over $2,000 minimum to go to the USA, uh, do a round trip ticket, stay at a hotel for a week and a half, rent a car, and eat food. It would cost me $2,000, at least $2,000 to just go back to the USA for a week. Maybe 10 days. I might get 10 days out of it, but at least a week. Because a hotel is going to cost me a minimum of $100 a day. So let's just say $100 a day. Let's just say I stayed for 7 days. So 700 bucks just in hotel. The round trip ticket, maybe I can get a round trip for about, let's even be generous and say 1,000 for a round trip. So I'm at 1,000 for the round trip. I'm at 700 bucks for the hotel. That's 1,700 bucks. It's gonna cost me at least $20 to $25 a day for a rental car. So that's another 150. Let's call that 200 bucks. We're at $1,900 for hotel, flight, rent a car. That's with no food. What is your problem that you're having on your visa, AMR? You should be able to check it, and it either should say processing, denied, or pending. But if you need to talk to someone, the only visa agency that I know is in Danong, and it's Lynn Visa, Lynn Visa, and they can take care of it. Yeah, if I go to a corner store, I'm paying $15 to $18 for lunch. That's insane. That is insane. When I go back to Danong, $15 will cost. It'll take me um 18 $18 is at least 5 days worth of dinner for me. At least. Maybe I might even be able to get 7 days of dinner for 18 bucks. I don't, man. I've been like this in the USA. I am terrified of the hospital. I'm terrified of needles. I'm terrified of where did we go? Oh, when we went to the emergency room when Dale was there, that smell, I couldn't even stand the smell. So, um,
Smell of what?
it just smelled like a hospital.
Where?
You can't even go to the McDonald's here without paying 12 or 13. That's insane. So the only way I'd be able to survive in the USA would be to, if live, I would have to get an extremely cheap apartment and I would cook every single meal. I couldn't go out. So here in Vietnam, when I'm in Vietnam, I go out to dinner every single night. Every single night. That wouldn't even be a dream for me in the USA. If someone said, "Hey, Will, you're gonna go out 7 nights a week and eat dinner at a restaurant," I'd say, "Who do you think I am, Bill Gates?" Here in Vietnam, when we go back in Vietnam, that's reality. What I would do in the USA, I know that the eggs are expensive, but I would just buy a ton of ground beef and eggs, and that's all I would eat. I don't like that smell, though. I don't like that bleach rubbing alcohol. Whenever I smell the rubbing alcohol and those bright lights, I know I'm in a hospital. Hotel, rotel? Not sure. Yeah, it's insane. Like, I couldn't even imagine, like, even before I traveled, there was no way in my mind that I could eat at a restaurant every single night at a sit down. Like, no, like, who do you think I am? Bill Gates? I couldn't even eat at the burrito truck. The burrito truck where you go stand outside, it's like a food cart. I couldn't even eat at the food cart every single night in the USA. I guess that would be the only way though. So for a pound of ground beef and eggs, you know what I would do though? I would probably use my crock pot a lot more. So what I would do, buy 5 pounds of potatoes, 5 pounds of onions in bulk. I'd buy a big chuck roast, and then what I would do is I would slow cook it. I would probably make uh, shredded beef tacos. I'd probably make like a pot roast to eat for one night, and maybe like buy some tortillas and make enchiladas, and I'd make a lot from a slow cooked pot roast. Old band-aids. Yeah, but the problem is eggs, man. You guys have a problem with eggs. So we get 12 eggs for about $1.30 in Vietnam. Eggs are almost double here in the Philippines. They were, I've seen eggs for about 120 and 130 pesos, which is about 60,000 VND. So eggs here are literally double the price in the Philippines that they are in Danang. That's crazy. I just can't believe the prices in the USA. I I don't know, man. I guess I must have got out of the USA at the right time. I must have got out at the right time. I couldn't go back to the USA though. Like if I had to go start my life over and go back to the USA, it would literally cost me $8,000 to $10,000 to go start my life back over in the USA. To get a one-way ticket to go back there, I'd have to buy a car. So I'd have to get a used car. What is a used car? Like a Toyota or a Honda? Even like a 1998 Toyota and 2001 Toyota. It's gonna cost me $4 or $5,000. So 800 bucks for a ticket back, $4 or $5,000 for a car, and then at least a month at a hotel. That's $2 or $3,000. So we're looking at $7 or $8,000 to stay 1 month in a hotel, buy a used car, a plane ticket back, and that's hoping that I would land a job within 30 days. So it would cost me $8,000 to go back and start my life in the USA. Crazy. $8,000 will last me 10 months in Vietnam. Um, if it isn't your water bill, it's like your bill, your homeowner's insurance is crazy right now. 5,000, that's insane. If I couldn't even imagine the lifestyle that I could have even in the Philippines. Even if I just said screw it, I'm going to stay in the Philippines with $5,000, my life would be incredible. Now if I don't even real there's no way I can spend $5,000 a month in Danong. It would be impossible. I would have to rent 3 or 4 apartments to even come close to $5,000. I'd have to go eat pizza. I'd have to eat steak for dinner, lunch, breakfast. I would have to take a Grab every single place I went to. I'd have to get 3 apartments. I'd have to get a massage every single day. And I don't even still think I would spend $5,000 even doing all that. I would literally have to be throwing money out. Um, get out of here. How is it for water? They're like expense and clean. So what I do in Vietnam, I buy a 5 gallon, big 5 gallon the water. You know the waters that you tip over and you put into the containers. We don't tip ours over. We just buy the big 5 gallon water and it has a little handle, a little spigot, and that cost about $1.30. And when I'm by myself, it takes about 8 to 10 days to drink one of those. So on that clean water, I probably go through about 3 of those a month. So it costs me about $3 to $4 on clean water to drink. They jack up food prices in the USA. When cost of fuel goes up, that's when the fuel prices go back down to keep food prices the same. Then when fuel prices go up, they raise the food prices. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Everything's manipulated. It's so crazy when you get out of the USA and you look and you're just like, what? How can this stuff be this expensive? It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I just can't understand the logic. It's 5:56, so we'll stay on for 4 more minutes, and then I'll charge my phone, and then we'll probably head to dinner around 7 o'clock. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But people, in my opinion, whether it's to Vietnam or the Philippines or wherever, I just think people that are just tired of it need to get out of the USA. It's just, even if you only go for a month or 3 months or 6 months, go and see what it's like outside of the USA and then make your decision based on that, because there's going to be so many things, good and bad, that's going to pop up and you're going to be like, whoa, I can't believe this. Good and bad. I don't know. So I will have to sit down and really think, is the Philippines better than the USA, even at somewhat of the discount? Now put it this way. Here's the $1,000,000 question. Is the Philippines a better place to live if you couldn't factor in the women here? So a lot of you guys come to the Philippines for the women, but let's say that the women aspect didn't exist. Would you live in the Philippines? Would you live in the Philippines if dating wasn't an option? If you couldn't meet women, there was no dating option. Would you live in the Philippines still with everything else except for no dating and no having a woman here? That will show you the answer of how much people put up with in the Philippines to date women.
Can I use that area again?
I'm only going to be on for 2 more minutes. So no banana shakes. I haven't seen any banana shakes. We will try to look for them, though. Tennessee has 10% tax on food. That alone spends more than food than here in September. Oh, man, $2,000 a month. You can live good in a lot of cities. You can definitely survive easy in the Philippines on $2,000 a month. Now, are you going to have the best quality of life? Probably not, but you can definitely live good in the Philippines. 2,000 would be a good amount in the Philippines. Fluffy kicked me out of my spot. Fluffy, we have a bench to sit out there.
I think it's raining.
What? I hope it's not raining when we go to dinner. So we'll hang out about another. This is a 2-minute warning. We'll do a 2-minute warning. We are going to do our regular dinner live stream probably in about an hour or so. Hopefully it won't be raining then.
It's raining.
Fluffy said it's raining. But we will do a dinner live stream at some point tonight.
I'll just answer this and then.
So, yeah, they stole her umbrella. Stole their umbrella, and I seen a guy almost get his phone snatched. I was sitting at breakfast, and there was a guy on a scooter. He was driving, and there was a guy in the back, and they waited till the guy came down. He was walking with his girlfriend. He was a little distracted, and then the guy reached out and tried to grab it, but it knocked the guy's phone on the ground, and then they drove away. I technically I don't do anything for a living unless you consider making YouTube videos
and being a YouTube content creator. That's my only source of income. So I don't have a online job. I don't have property. I don't have a business. I don't have a house that I rent out. I don't have a pension. I don't have retirement. Nothing like that. What's up, Army guy? Man, you came in at the last minute. You missed all the stuff. So if you get a chance, hit that button and scroll back and watch. We had a milk tea. We just landed in a new city. Well, we arrived in a new city about 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours ago. We showed you a crazy beach out here. Fluffy needs to steal her umbrella back. If we would have seen it, I definitely would have got it back. And I guarantee the one thing that keeps guys in the Philippines is the women. And that's kind of that's the heartbreaking part, because they're paying so much of a premium just for that. I guarantee you 50 to 80% of the Westerners living in the Philippines, if you got rid of the dating and you just like there was a rule you can't date women over here, 50 to 80% of the men would leave the Philippines instantly. I would love to know who the people would stay in the Philippines if women or meeting them or having a girlfriend was out of the question. At I bet 60 to 80%. It's been real nice. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. Thank you. Yes, I appreciate it. Subic sounds Slavic. More like 90. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 95%. But now ask the flip question. How many Westerners would leave Vietnam if there was no chance of dating at all Vietnamese women? I guarantee you a lot more people would stay in Vietnam than staying in the Philippines if you did the same thing. USA government not helping you? How would they help me? I'm 43 years old. I don't have Social Security. I live out of the country. What would they be helping me for? Vietnam. Well, that's what I'm saying. Most of the men that I know don't date local Vietnamese women. That kind of answers your question. Most of the guys in the Philippines either have a Philippines girlfriend or they meet Philippines women in the Philippines. Whereas almost the opposite. In Vietnam, most don't have a Vietnamese girlfriend or meet up with Vietnamese women. How actually it's a police state. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, we had a lot of politics on today's stream. Some people are going to love me. Some people are going to hate me like Annie. But that's what my live stream is about. So hopefully you guys will tune in about an hour or so. Hopefully it's not raining because we would like to walk down there and go get dinner. We will do a live stream later. So live from our new hotel in a city called, I guess we'll have to block this guy. So live from our hotel in Subic, Philippines. There we go. See you guys maybe in about an hour or so.